Well, good morning, everybody. I'm proud to be your new president. I don't know how I did it, but I did it. I'm the president of shaving in my house, and it's quite an honor. Hey, it's just a Monday morning. It's nothing fancy. I'm not doing any reviews today. I thought about it, but I just couldn't get it together, and I don't have enough time. I got to go to work soon. So I thought I'd throw up a quick one of a normal Monday morning shave, but today I'm going to do a little something different. I'm going to change the razor up today. This is a 1966 Gillette adjustable butterfly razor. Check this out. Just like my Fat Boy, but skinnier. Is it a skinny boy? Maybe. I got a brand new feather blade in there. I have it set to 7. See that? So fairly aggressive. I like aggressive shaves. This goes up to 9. It goes to 11. No, this goes to 9. Anyway, so I'm going to shave with this 1966 Gillette adjustable. And I'm going to use my old synthetic brush and the Sterling soap margaritas in the Arctic. I just took a shower. I've got my brush down here soaking in. I don't want to show you what it's soaking in because it's a gross looking little container from a hospital. I think it was from like 4 years ago when my wife gave birth, and somehow we ended up with 3 of these gross hospital receptacles it's kind of a sickly hospital pink, and it's shaped like a big jelly bean. It's about that big, and it's full of water, and I'm not going to show it to you because it's kind of weird. Leave a comment if you want to see it next video. I don't know why you would. All right, let's see how few circles around this puck I can go and make a decent, I think I need a little more water, decent lather. So you're not wasting a bunch. You know, these pucks last a long time, I've found. And I've also found you don't really have to like go and go and go and go. You can just kind of fill up your brush a little bit. Doesn't take a heck of a lot. A little goes a long way, as they say. Now let me wash my face. Or put some water up. I got a 2-day growth. Another lazy Sunday where I didn't shave. You ever do that? How many days of the week do you guys shave? I know it depends on the person, and I like to shave every week. I like to shave every week. I like to shave every day of the week. But sometimes I just feel lazy and I'm like, I'm going to go for the rugged Indiana Jones look. Yeah, right. That's as close to Harrison Ford as I can look, is a 3-day growth of beard. Somebody, I think jokingly, commented in one of the most recent videos that I look like a cross between Harrison Ford and I don't know what. I can't remember the other person. More like a cross between Harrison Ford and not Harrison Ford. I don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry, folks. It's Monday. All right. Dip it in the gross hospital water down there. It is not hospital water. It's just it's tap water. I haven't shaved with this razor in probably well over a year, so I'm just kind of getting reacquainted with it this morning. And it feels pretty good. I like the weight of the Fat Boy and of the Rockwell razor. This one is much lighter. It's kind of the trend with Gillette razors. They start off kind of small and thin, like in the early 1900s when safety razors were invented. And they started getting, well, I guess the Fat Boy was kind of like the fattest one. They only did that for like 3 years, I think, for like 59 to 60, whatever. I don't know the exact date. And they started getting thin again, thin and light, use less metal, cost less for them to manufacture. And you get this one, 1966, which is the same setup as the Fat Boy, adjustable and butterfly, but thinner and lighter. Got a smaller head. Seems to be cutting reasonably well on 7. Maybe I should try 8. I don't know. Dare we? Dare we? Okay, let's try it. Okay, now here's a tip for adjustable razor users, especially vintage ones, to keep them, tip-top shape. Loosen the top before you adjust it. That way you're not like forcing the mechanism. So I'm going to go from a 7 to an 8. See that? Well, this is exciting. I'm glad you guys are with me. This one is like in beautiful shape. I don't remember where I got it. I think it was probably at an antique store somewhere. There are a ton of safety razors in antique stores. And a lot of them are not Gillette. They're like, Gem was a big popular brand back in the olden days. And it used one of those single razor blades. You know, the kind that you would like scrape putty off of a window with, or scrape old paint with. You know, one side of it has a folded over piece of metal and the other side is the razor blade. That's the single edged, and that's what some of those Gems use. And I haven't ever used one of those because it looks, you know, double-edged razor blades, when you're not familiar with them, look scary enough. And that one just reminds me of scraping paint and barnacles off things. All right, there's the first pass. Put some more water up. Here's another little tip. See how the cream goes to the bottom of the brush? Like do that. Put it right on top. Look at that. So nice. All right, pass number 2. We're only going to do 2 today. We're not getting fancy. But I really appreciate everybody that watches these videos and enjoys them. Guess who I spent some of my Saturday with? That's right, Spider-Man. One of my kids is an enormous Spider-Man fan, and he had his birthday party. And we had a Spider-Man show up. And he was good. He was young. He was in shape, as Spider-Man should be. The only problem was, when he got there, he had already changed into his Spider-Man suit. And it was a really good one. It was a decent quality one. It wasn't like he bought it at Target on the way to the party or anything, which I've seen before at other birthday parties. You got to step up your Spider-Man game. But this guy had a good suit on, and it had a zipper up the back that went across his back like a U shape, and there was a tiny zipper on each side that you could do either one. But both of them were stuck. And so he had everything else on, his mask, everything else, but that back zipper would not zip. And so I'm out in the parking lot trying to zip up Spider-Man. We've never met before. It's a very personal thing, zipping up a Spider-Man. And I couldn't get it to work. And my wife, who used to work in costume design in movies and TV out in LA years ago, she no longer does that. So I thought, well, she'll be perfect. She can do it. She knows the secrets. But she couldn't get it either. It was just, they were kind of broken. So luckily, my kid, who's a giant Spider-Man fan, had on his Spider-Man costume that he's worn so much that it's ripping at the seams and falling off, and it's a little too small for him. He's been wearing it for like 3 years. And so we took the safety pins off of my kids and used it on the real Spider-Man. We used 3. So you could still see his shirt. Luckily, he was wearing a shirt through the unzipped portion of the back. And the kids did notice it, but I tried to explain to the way, saying, well, he got into a fight with a bad guy on the way here, and he ripped his costume, so Mommy had to help Spider-Man. And the rest of it turned out great. He was really good with kids. So thanks, Spider-Man, for exciting all those little kids. I loved Spider-Man when I was a kid. I used to dream of having web shooters. And they still haven't come up with any decent web shooters, have they? You got ones that shoot silly string, but you got a giant can strapped to your arm. All right. There we go. I'm just going to do a couple of touch-ups here, where I normally do. Usually it's right back here. Here's something else you can do. If you don't want to use the brush, you can just take some off and make shaving your own experience. You know, there's a ton of YouTube videos and some really popular shaving guys on there. And everybody has kind of their own techniques. There are some, you know, kind of standard truisms, I guess, to shaving. But really, when it comes down to it, and I've said this before, I know, so don't mind me, but just, you know, do what is right for you and your skin and your beard and everything else. It's always this right here for some reason. There we go. That's good enough. I hope everyone is having a good January. It's very mild here in Texas, but then it's almost always mild here in Texas. But we had perfect weather this past weekend. Didn't rain on the outdoor Spider-Man party. And I find that I grew up in Houston, so I never got to see the cold. So I love it, and it's still like a special thing to me. And I really want it to be cold before Christmas time. But then afterwards, I don't mind so much. All right, let's get under the nose. That's the nice thing about this. This one is the head isn't as thick as the Fat Boy. So it's a little easier to get under my nostrils with. And on the side. Push and pull your face if you need to, you know. Some people puff their cheeks out when they're shaving. Whatever you need to do, man. And ladies, are there any ladies that watch that have ever tried shaving, you know, their legs or their armpits with a safety razor? I'd love to hear from you. See what that experience is like. All right. That's good enough. I got a little nick right there. It's no big deal. I'm sure it'll stop when I wash off with cold water. So here's what I do when I'm done with the old butterfly. I just do that. And sometimes if I'm feeling extra sassy, I'll turn the blade over. I don't think that does anything, but can't hurt, right? And then I just leave it to dry in my little medicine cabinet, open like that. All right, I'm going to wash off with cold water. Ah, feels good. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look over here in the mirror. I've got like a Bob's Big Boy thing going on with this hair today. Look at this. I don't know. I don't want it to be too Elvis. Because, you know, I don't think I'm a pompadour guy. I don't think so. No? Yes? No Bob's Big Boy. Not too much Elvis, although I love Elvis. I'm a Beatles man myself, and I love Elvis. I do have another YouTube channel out there that people have asked about where I play music, acoustic guitar stuff. I'm not going to tell you the username, although some people already know it. If you know it, don't say it. Let's let other people, if they want to, find my other channel where I'm not shaving, I'm fully dressed, and I'm playing guitar and singing, usually Beatles music. Okay, aftershave. Gonna go with the old Everyman Jack. Running out. It's about how much I use, not much. It's mild, it's a mild peppermint. It doesn't sting, and it soothes my skin well enough. Seems that that little nick stopped, for now at least. If not, I'll slap some toilet paper on it. That's it. Thanks for watching this kind of short one. If you saw my last video, you saw I have a lot of things to review coming up. So stay tuned for that, and have a good week, everybody, and I'll see you next time.